Now let's get into 2 Samuel chapter 1. So after Saul totally wiped out, David came back from totally crushing the Amalekites and was chilling in Ziklag for 2 days. Then on day 3 this dude stumbles in from Saul's squad, his clothes all torn and dirt in his hair, total hot mess, and he falls face first before David "Whoa, I'm not worthy." David was "Yo bro, where you coming from?" And the guy goes, "Straight up escaped from the Israelite camp, man." Then David was all serious, "Okay, spill the tea. What's the sitch?" And the guy goes, "Dude, it was gnarly, people were running, tons got wrecked, and Saul and his son Jonathan are totally dead." David's "Hold up, how do you know they're really gone?" And the guy's "Dude, no joke. I randomly ended up on Mount Gilboa, and there's Saul, leaning on his spear, and the chariots and riders are coming in hot behind him. He looked back, saw me, and was "Hey, you come here." And I go, "Yo, I'm here." Then he asks, "Who even are you, dude?" And I tell him, "I'm an Amalekite." And then he goes, "Please bro, finish me off. I'm in so much pain, but somehow still alive." So I did it. I ended it. 'Cause he was totally done for. Then I grabbed his crown and bracelet and brought him to you, my dude. And David was devastation station. He ripped his clothes and so did all his crew. They cried their eyes out, didn't eat all day, totally mourning Saul, Jonathan, the whole squad of the Lord and Israel's fallen heroes. Then David goes to the guy "Wait, so where are you from again?" And he's "I'm, an Amalekite, but a visitor?" And David's all, "Dude, how were you not totally freaked to raise your hand against the Lord's chosen one? That's majorly not cool." Then David turned to one of his guys and was "Yo, handle this." And boom, the guy struck him down. Game over. David was "Bro, you totally sealed your own doom. You straight up said you iced the Lord's anointed, so that's on you, dude." Then David got majorly emo and dropped this gnarly elegy for Saul and his dude Jonathan. Also he was "Teach the kids of Judah how to shoot arrows, stat." You can even check it out in the book of Jasher. Israel's total haughty heroes got wrecked on the high places. How totally bummer is it when the mighty fall? Don't you dare post it in Gath or let the Philistine chicks tweet about it in Askelon. We so don't need them throwing a party over this. Yo, Mount Gilboa, no rain or good vibes for you, no peace offerings or chill fields, 'cause that's where Saul's shield got tossed like yesterday's fast food wrapper. So not anointed anymore. Jonathan's bow was savage. It didn't hold back from slicing through the bad guys. And Saul's sword? Always came back with a story, bro. Saul and Jonathan? Total legends. Cool in life, close in death. Faster than eagles, stronger than lions, like actual beasts. Ladies of Israel, cry it out. He dressed you in scarlet and blinged you out like queens. Saul was extra like that. The mighty are toast again. And Jonathan? Dude, you got taken out in the high places. It's soul crushing. I'm hella wrecked over you, bro, Jonathan. You were the real one. Your vibes were better than any rom-com ever. Seriously, how the mighty have fallen and all the epic weapons just ghosted. Total end of an era moment. 2 Samuel chapter 2. So after all that drama, David was "Hey Lord, should I cruise up to one of the cities in Judah?" And the Lord was "Totally bro, go up." Then David was "Chill, but where exactly should I head?" And God dropped, "Hebron, dude." So David packed up and rolled to Hebron, bringing his 2 wives, Ahinoam from Jezreel and Abigail, the chill widow of Nabal the Carmelite. His whole crew came too, each guy with his fam, and they all set up in the towns around Hebron. Then the dudes from Judah came down and were "You're our king now, David." So they anointed him king over the house of Judah. And someone spilled the tea. Yo, the brothers from Jabesh Gilead were the ones who gave Saul that respectful burial. David sent a message to those guys, "Major blessings on you from the Lord for being total legends to Saul and giving him that honorable send-off. May the Lord shower you with kindness and legit vibes. And I'm gonna bless you too for what you did. So don't freak. Stay strong and brave, 'cause Saul's no longer in charge. Judah just made me their new king, FYI. Meanwhile, Abner, Saul's ride-or-die army captain, grabbed Ishbosheth, Saul's son, and set him up over at Mahanaim. He was like, "Congrats, bro," and made Ishbosheth king over Gilead, the Asherites, Jezreel, Ephraim, Benjamin, and basically all of Israel. Ishbosheth was 40 when he got the crown and reigned for 2 years. But, Judah was still vibing with David. David was totally king in Hebron over Judah for like 7.5 years. Legit reign. Then Abner and Ishbosheth's crew left Mahanaim and rolled into Gibeon. And Joab, David's guy, took David's squad and met Abner at this chill pool in Gibeon. So they were like, squad on one side, squad on the other. Major tension. Abner was like, "Yo, how about we let the young bucks show off for a bit?" And Joab was like, "Totally, let him flex." So 12 bros from Team Benjamin, Ishbosheth's side, and 12 from David's crew got up and entered the showdown arena. And like each dude grabbed his rival by the hair, and they all stabbed each other at the same time. Talk about intense. That spot got named Helkath-Azurim, Gibeon's own fight club memorial. So like the battle that day? Super gnarly. Abner and his dudes got totally smoked by David's crew. Zeruiah's boys, Joab, Abishai, and Asahel, were there too. And Asahel? Dude could run like faster than a mountain deer on espresso. Asahel started chasing Abner, and bro was laser locked, no turning left or right. Just full-on speed pursuit mode. Then Abner glances back like, "Yo, that you, Asahel?" And Asahel was like, "For sure it's me." Abner goes, "Dude, peel off and grab someone else's gear. Don't make this weird." But Asahel was like, "Nah bro," still tailing him. Abner's like, "Seriously, turn back. I don't want to lay you out, man. How am I supposed to face Joab after that?" But Asahel wouldn't back off, so Abner just whipped that spear around and bam, nailed him right under the ribs. Spear went straight through. Asahel face planted and totally died right there. And when people came by and saw it, they all stopped like, "Whoa." Joab and Abishai were still after Abner though. By sundown, they hit this hill near Giah out in the Gibeon wilderness. That's when Benji's crew all regrouped behind Abner and were like, "Let's squat up." They took position on the hill looking all tough. Abner hollered at Joab, "Yo, are we gonna keep hacking each other up forever? It's just gonna end in regret, bro. Like, how long till you call your dudes off?" Joab shot back, "As the big guy lives, if you hadn't said anything, we'd probably still be at it come sunrise." So Joab was like toot toot on the trumpet and everyone chilled out. No more chasing, no more sword swinging. Total ceasefire. Abner and his bros pulled an all-nighter, trekking through the plains, crossing the Jordan, cruising through Bithron, and finally landing in Mahanaim. Joab came back from the chase, did a head count, and realized they lost 19 guys, plus Asahel. But David's squad? They totally wrecked it, took down 360 of Abner's dudes from Benjamin. Brutal. They picked up Asahel, brought him home, and buried him in his dad's tomb in Bethlehem. Then Joab and his guys did the overnight hike back and rolled into Hebron just as the sun was peeking up. 2 Samuel chapter 3. So there was this totally long and gnarly feud between Saul's fam and David's crew. But David? He just kept getting more epic while Saul's peeps were totally fading. And OMG, David had a bunch of sons while he was in Hebron. First up, Amnon from Ahinoam the Jezreelite queen. Then came Chilib from Abigail, you know, the widow of Nabal the Carmelite. Third was Absalom, like total heartthrob, with Maacah daughter of Talmai the king of Geshur. Fourth in line, Adonijah son of Haggith. Fifth, Shephatiah son of Abidal. And sixth, we got Ithream from David's wifey Eglah. All these little dudes were born while he was living it up in Hebron. Meanwhile, during all that drama between the two royal squads, Abner was totally flexing power for Team Saul. So Saul had this concubine named Rizpah, kinda scandalous, and Ishbosheth was like, "Yo Abner, did you seriously hook up with my dad's side chick?" Abner was so triggered and snapped back, "What the heck, bro? You think I'm like some mutt from Judah? I've been loyal to your dad's whole house, and now you're accusing me over her? Wow, rude." Then Abner was like, "May God majorly deal with me if I don't keep the Lord's promise to David. To hand over this whole kingdom from Saul's fam to David, and set him up as king from way up in Dan to way down in Beersheba." And Ishbosheth? like totally speechless. He was scared stiff of Abner. Then Abner DM'd David through messengers and was like, "So, who actually owns the land, huh? Let's make a deal, and I'll totally help bring all of Israel over to you." And David replied, "Cool, I'm down to make a pact, but only if you bring me Michal, Saul's daughter, when you come. No Michal, no meet up." Then David texted Ishbosheth and was like, "Hey, send over my wife Michal, the one I literally bought with 100 Philistine foreskins. Don't play, bro." So Ishbosheth did it. He took Michal from her hubby Phaltiel, son of Laish. Poor Phaltiel followed her all the way to Bahurim, crying like a breakup song. And Abner was like, "Dude, go home." And he did. Meanwhile, Abner was out there networking hard with Israel's elders like, "Hey, remember when y'all were like, let's make David king? Well, what are you waiting for? The Lord already said David's the one who's gonna save Israel from the Philistines and all our haters. Let's roll." Then Abner pitched the idea to the tribe of Benjamin, and after that, he went to David in Hebron and spilled the tea on how everyone was vibing with the idea. So Abner showed up at Hebron with 20 dudes, and David was like, "Welcome, bros." He threw a feast, totally royal hospitality. Abner was like, "Okay, dude, I'm gonna bounce and gather all of Israel so we can totally make this legit and crown you king, just like your heart desires." And David sent him off with chill vibes and peace. Meanwhile, Joab and David's crew came back from chasing down some raiders, totally loaded with plunder. But Abner had already peaced out from David's place in Hebron. David had let him go peacefully. So when Joab rolled in with the squad, someone was like, "Bro, Abner came to the king and then David let him dip, peacefully." Joab stormed up to the king and was like, "Dude, what were you thinking? Abner came to you and you just let him walk out? Seriously?" He was all, "You know Abner, son of Na. That bro is shady, he just wanted to spy on you, track your every move and figure out your game plan." Then Joab dipped out from David and low-key sent messengers to go grab Abner back from the well at Sirah. David had no clue this was even happening. So Abner came back to Hebron and Joab pulled him aside, "Hey man, let's talk privately." And then wham! Stabbed him right under the fifth rib, full-on revenge for Asahel, Joab's bro. When David heard about it, he was super upset and said, "I swear me and my kingdom are totally innocent in the eyes of the Lord when it comes to Abner's death." He was like, "Let all that blood guilt fall on Joab and his fam, may they always have someone sick, limping, starving, or totally cursed." Yeah, Joab and Abishai iced Abner, cause he'd killed their bro Asahel back at that Gibeon fight. David was like, "Tear your robes, throw on sackcloth and weep for Abner, people." Then David himself followed the coffin like super solemn. They laid Abner to rest in Hebron. The king cried out at the grave and the whole crowd broke down. David poured out his heart saying, "Did Abner have to die like some fool? You weren't even chained or anything, dude. You fell like a total bro ambushed by creeps." Everyone cried even harder. Then the people tried to get David to eat something before sunset, but he was like, "May God majorly deal with me if I even take a bite before the sun dips." And the people noticed and were like, "Whoa, respect." Everything the king did just clicked with them. So yeah, everyone got it that day. David had nothing to do with Abner's death. It was not on him. The king told his crew, "Don't you guys get it? A noble prince just died today. Like this was a major loss." Then he sighed and said, "Man, I may be king, but I'm feeling so weak right now. These Zeruiah dudes are out of control. But hey, the Lord's got this. He'll deal with evil in his own time." 2 Samuel chapter 4. So like, when Saul's son heard that Abner totally bit it in Hebron, his hands got super shaky, and all of Israel was majorly stressed out. Now Saul's son had these two bros, Baanah and Rechab, captains of some rogue squads. They were sons of Rimmon from Beeroth, which is part of Benjamin's crew. By the way, the Beeroth people had bailed to Gittaim and were crashing there even up to now. Oh, and just so you know, Jonathan, Saul's son, had this kid, Mephibosheth, who totally couldn't walk. When the news came in from Jezreel about Saul and Jonathan, his nurse freaked out, grabbed him, and ran. But in the panic, he totally wiped out and became lame. Anyway, back to Rechab and Baanah. They rolled up to Ishbosheth's place around siesta time, while he was all snoozy in bed like noon vibes. They rolled in all casual like they were just picking up some wheat, but then, bam, stabbed him under the 5th rib and bailed. They totally sneaked into his room, murked him while he was napping, chopped off his head, yikes, and pieced out, sprinting through the plains all night. So they show up in Hebron. Hey King David, look what we brought ya. The head of Ishbosheth, Saul's dude who was totally after you. The Lord totally avenged you today, epic justice. But David looked at Rechab and Baanah and was like, dudes, listen up. As the Lord lives, the one who's rescued me from every gnarly mess. When some guy thought he was doing me a solid by telling me Saul died, I totally iced him in Ziklag. He thought he'd get a reward, but nah. So you shady bros whacked a righteous guy while he was literally chillin' in his own bed, and you think I'm not gonna come for you? Nah, this is gonna cost you. Big time. And just like that, David gave the nod to his crew and they straight up executed the dudes. Cut off their hands and feet, brutal, and hung them up near the pool in Hebron. But they did give Ishbosheth's head a proper burial in Abner's tomb. 2 Samuel chapter 5. So all the tribes of Israel rolled up to David in Hebron and were like, dude, we're totally your flesh and bones. Even back when Saul was king, you were the one leading us out and bringing us back. And the Lord already said you're gonna shepherd his people and be our main dude. So all the chill elders of Israel came to Hebron, and King David made this big spiritual pact with them before the Lord. Then they anointed David king over the whole crew. David was 30 when he started reigning, and he totally ruled for 40 years. He reigned in Hebron over just Judah for 7 years and 6 months, but then he ruled in Jerusalem over all Israel and Judah for 33 epic years. So the king and his squad went to Jerusalem to take on the Jebusites, who were all, unless you take out the blind and the lame, you're not getting in here. They totally underestimated David. But surprise, David took Zion anyway. Now it's called the city of David, right? David was like, whoever climbs up that drain and takes out those Jebusites, especially the lame and blind ones I totally can't stand, he'll be my main captain. That's why people still say, the blind and lame aren't allowed in the house. So David made the fortress his new pad and named it City of David. He started building from Millo and just kept expanding. And David just kept leveling up, cause the Lord of hosts had his back hardcore. Then Hiram, king of Tyre, sent some bros to David with cedar logs, carpenters and stonemasons, and they built him a totally sweet crib. And David totally realized that the Lord had established him as king over Israel and made his kingdom totally pop, for the sake of his peeps. After moving from Hebron, David got even more wives and side chicks in Jerusalem, and kids just kept showing up. Here's the kid roll call. Shammua, Shobab, Nathan, Solomon, Ibhar, Elishua, Nepheg, Japhia, Elishama, Eliada, and Eliphalet. Full house dude. So when the Philistines heard David got crowned, they were like, let's find this guy. And David was like, time to hit the fortress. The Philistines set up camp in the valley of Rephaim, spreading out like whoa. David was like, yo Lord, should I totally go up against these guys? Will you hand them over? And God's like, totally go for it, I got you. So David surfed into Baal-perazim and wiped them out. He was like, the Lord totally busted through my enemies like a gnarly tidal wave. So he named the place Baal-perazim. The Philistines ditched their idols and David and his dudes torched them. Burn baby burn. But then the Philistines came back for round 2, same valley, same drama. So David was like, Lord, same play? But God was like, nope, circle around behind him and wait near those mulberry trees. And when you hear the sound of footsteps up in the trees, that's your go time, cause I'll be going out in front of you to totally crush the Philistines. David did exactly what the Lord told him and crushed the Philistines all the way from Geba to Gazer. Victory lap. 2 Samuel chapter 6. So David got all the raddest dudes in Israel together, 30,000 strong. He and his crew rolled out from Baal of Judah to bring back the Ark of God. You know, the one that's named after the Lord of hosts who chills between the cherubims? Totally sacred. They put the Ark on this fresh new cart, straight outta Abinadab's place in Gibeah, and Uzzah and Ahio, his sons, were steering the ride. Ahio was totally vibing in front, leading the Ark like a boss. And David and the whole crew of Israel were throwing down a jam sesh before the Lord, harps, timbrels, cymbals, you name it. It was an epic praise concert. But then, they hit Nachon's threshing floor and Uzzah reached out to steady the ark, 'cause the oxen tripped. Big no-no, bro. The Lord's righteous rage flared up, and he zapped Uzzah for his misstep. The dude dropped right there next to the ark. Harsh. David was super bummed and called the place Perazuzah, which means something like, dude, God totally freaked out here. And David got totally freaked out too, saying, how can I even bring the ark home with me now? So he was like, yeah, not bringing that thing into the city of David just yet, and parked it at Obed-Edom the Gittite's crib instead. The ark chilled there for 3 months, and the Lord totally blessed Obed-Edom's house. Like hashtag holy glow up. Word got back to David, dude, Obed-Edom is totally thriving, 'cause the ark is with him. So David was like, alright, let's do this, and brought it back to the city with joy. And every 6 steps the ark moved, boom, David busted out some sacrifices. Holy barbecue time. David danced like nobody was watching, full-on max energy rocking his linen ephod. No shame in the praise game. With trumpets blaring and the squad cheering, the ark was cruising into town like royalty. Meanwhile, Michal, Saul's daughter, peeped from a window, saw David dancing his heart out and totally judged him. Like, ew, cringe. The ark landed in its new tent, and David laid down some peace offerings and burnt offerings. Worship mode activated. Once he was done, he gave a bless up in the name of the Lord of hosts to all the people. Then he handed out goodies, bread, meat, and a jug of wine, to everyone, gals and guys alike. Then they all bounced back home happy as can be. David got home ready to spread the love, but Michal came out like, wow, look who's showing off in front of the servant girls like some shameless party bro. And David fired back, girl, I was dancing for the Lord. He picked me over your dad and made me king, so yeah, I'll keep on jamming. Matter of fact, I'll get even crazier with it. And those servant girls? They're gonna totally respect me for it. After that, Michal never had any kids. Like ever. Talk about a cold ending. 2 Samuel chapter 7. So like, when the king was totally chillin' in his palace and the Lord had cleared out all his enemies, David goes, yo Nathan, check this out, I'm vibing in this cedar palace, and the ark of God is still glamping under curtains. And Nathan's like, bro, totally go with your heart. God's got your back. But then that night, God slid into Nathan's dreams with a divine download. Nathan, dude, tell David this. So, you think you're gonna build me a house to kick it in? Like, I haven't had a legit house since I pulled Israel out of Egypt. I've been camping it up in tents this whole time. Have I ever asked one of Israel's tribes, why haven't you built me a cedar crib? Nope. So here's what you're gonna say to David. The Lord of hosts says, yo, I plucked you from shepherding sheep and made you ruler over all my peeps, Israel. I've cruised with you wherever you went, cleared out your enemies, and totally made your name shine like a mega rock star among the legends. And I'm gonna set up a rad home base for my people Israel, so they can live safely and not get bullied anymore. Just like I did back in the days of the judges, I've now given you peace from all the haters. And oh yeah, God's also saying, I'm gonna build you a house, bro. When you're old and chillin' in heaven with your ancestors, I'm gonna raise up your kid, like your actual flesh and blood, and lock in his kingdom. He's gonna build me a sweet pad and I'm gonna make his throne forever legit. I'll be like a dad to him and he'll be my boy. And yeah, if he messes up, I'll have to course correct him, like with human consequences and such. But I won't ghost him like I did Saul. No way. My mercy is totally staying with him. And dude, your house and your kingdom? They're gonna last forever, bro. Your throne's gonna be set in stone for eternity. So Nathan laid it all out for David, like the whole vision word for word, no cap. Then King David cruised in and sat before the Lord and he was like, whoa, Lord God, who even am I? And like, what's my fam that you brought me this far? And not only that, you're talking about my whole house's future like it's already epic. Like this is next level stuff, Lord God. Is this how you usually roll with people? What more can I even say? You know me, Lord God, inside and out. You did all these gnarly things just 'cause you wanted to, so I could totally grasp your plan. You're amazing, Lord God. There's seriously no one like you. No other God even comes close to what we've heard about you. Like, what other nation is even in the same league as Israel? Your chosen squad that you personally saved to be yours. You made a name for yourself by doing super gnarly and awesome things, blasting through Egypt and all those poser gods. And now you've locked it in. Your people Israel are yours forever, and you, Lord, are officially their God. So, Lord God, just do it, like, make that word you dropped about me and my fam stick forever. Let it all happen just like you said. Make your name major, like forever big. Let everyone be saying, the Lord of hosts is totally God over Israel, and let my house be solid in your sight. You, Lord of hosts, God of Israel, you gave me the heads up, yo, I'm building you a house. And that got me feeling bold enough to pray this prayer. And now, Lord God, you are the one. Your words are totally legit, and you've promised this rad blessing to me. So bless my house for real and let it stay forever in your favor. You said it, Lord God, so now just pour on the blessing, and let my fam be blessed forever. 2 Samuel chapter 8. So like after all that stuff, David totally wiped out the Philistines like bam. He took this place called Methegama right out of their gnarly hands. Then he cruised over to Moab and laid the smack down there too. He measured the dudes with a line. 2 lines meant total wipeout and 1 line meant, you live bro. And so the Moabites were like, yeah okay we'll be your servants now, and started bringing David gifts and goodies. David also totally wrecked this dude Hadadezer, the son of Rehob, who was king of Zobah. He was just trying to get his turf back by the Euphrates, but David was like, nope. He snagged 1,000 chariots, 700 horse dudes, and 20,000 foot brothers. Then he disabled most of the horses so they couldn't be used for battle, except he saved 100 for his own ride crew. And when the Syrians from Damascus tried to back up Hadadezer, David was like, denied, and took out 22,000 of them. Harsh. So he set up garrisons in Syria, and the Syrians became his squad and started bringing him tribute too. And like the Lord had David's back wherever he went, total divine wingman. David grabbed all these gold shields from Hadadezer's crew and brought them back to J-Town, Jerusalem, dude. He also scored a ton of bronze from Beta and Berothai. Those were Hadadezer's cities too. Now this king dude toy from Hamath heard David crushed Hadadezer and was like, whoa, that guy's for real. So he sent his son Joram to go high-five David and say, dude, thanks for taking out Hadadezer. We were not vibing with that guy. And he even brought silver, gold, and bronze swag to show respect. David didn't keep it for himself though. He dedicated all that shiny stuff to the Lord, just like he did with the loot from all the other nations he flattened. We're talking Syria, Moab, Ammon, the Philistines, Amalek, plus more goodies from when he wrecked Hadadezer of Zobah. David totally made a name for himself when he came back from busting up 18,000 Syrians in the Valley of Salt. That's major hero vibes. He even set up garrisons all over Edom, and those dudes ended up working for him too. And yep, the Lord still had David's back every step of the way. So David was the king over all Israel, and he made sure justice and good vibes ruled the land. His cousin Joab ran the army, and Jehoshaphat, not the jumpin' one, kept the records. Zadok and Ahimelech were the priest squad, and Sariah was the king's scribe, like his ancient secretary. Benaiah was in charge of the Cherethites and Pelathite bodyguard crew, and David's sons had some pretty rad leadership roles too.